Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yo. Welcome to Daily Discipline number 306. My name is Rob Hoback. Happy that you're here. Honored and humbled that you came back, like for reals. It's a manic Monday. It's a work day for most of us. I'm a little late because I forgot about a couple calls I had scheduled this morning. So let's just get after it because I am a little manic this morning. First things first, I'm still the realist. I am also eager. Yeah, I took some time off over the weekend. Just to chill, right? Just to think, to clear my mind, get refreshed and ready to go. And I'm eager for whatever is next. We talked about this last week, the end of last week, a big project I was working on. That's over, right? Like that part of that project is over. So it's time to move on to the next thing and just time to go. So for my thank yous are that yesterday I missed a phone call from my dad, called him back. I actually listened to his voicemail, in which he said that the guy that I talked about in episode number 44, Gary Bennington, one of my original heroes, guy that I looked up and said, I want to live like that guy. He's not well, right? He's got Parkinson's. And so that, is that's a tough road for him. But I was able to speak to one of his sons. He's like, look, I'm actually coming back from there. I thought I had to go up there and say goodbye to him. Not yet. So I was just a big relief, right? So GB, I love you, man. Hang in there, right? The world is a better place with you here, right? So don't give up. And so here's my thought for the day. Prepare for the worst, expect the best, right? And I've read where it says prepare for the worst, hope for the best. I hate that word hope. Hope to me, while I like the idea of hope, I don't like stating I'm hoping for, because if you're hoping for, literally there's no action there. If you expect the best because you're prepared, that's a different thing. That we're going to prepare for the worst, but we're going to expect the best. I like that so much better. And so if you think about it, right, this goes back to generally that's advice for people who come from a transactional lifestyle like I did, right? And what we mean by transactional is you can't see the future, right? You're too busy worrying about today. You've come from an environment where it was day to day. And it seemed like, and I think just personally speaking, the way that I grew up, very religious, that was kind of the way that it was. Like you just never knew when God was coming back, and everybody was like, hey, Jesus is coming back. This other stuff doesn't matter. Focus on that. Well, all right, so we're not even going to go down that path. But anyway, for people who have more vision, that's why they say prepare for the worst. That's why you have contracts. The bigger the deal, right? The more risk that is involved, the more prep there is, right? And again, for people who come from a transaction, you're like, oh my God, this stuff's never going to happen. Why do we have to go through all this? You have to do it just in case, right? Just like a prenup, right? So, and I know there's a lot of people that don't love it. Look, when the Bible was written and a lot of the rules that we apply against society, against things like divorce, there weren't prenups. There weren't, it's just a different time, thousands of years ago. So anyway, prenups, assumptions, it's that vision, or it's the difference between being able to think of things long-term versus transactionally. And if you're looking long-term, you're like, look, there's always a shot that things could go bad and we need to prepare for the worst so that the worst case scenario shows up. We're prepared. We thought it through. We know how we're going to act. But we're going to assume and we're going to expect that the best is going to happen because we're prepared. It's great advice, right? Great advice. And it's it's simple, but not easy because it's very difficult for those of us who weren't raised in an environment where we're looking long-term. Like it's just hard, All right. So with that, I'm done for the day. Hands up, peace out. We're better together. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Have a great manic Monday. Bring it. Make sure you bring it, right? Don't take no for an answer. No just means you haven't given me the information that I need to say yes, right? So with that, I'm done for the day. I'll be back here tomorrow. We'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.